Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I'm back in the studio and super happy to be back with you guys tonight for Angels Don't Lie, right here on the fabulous KBGB radio. So, did you miss me last week, you guys? I think everybody did. I got lots of messages. Casey, did you miss me?
I missed you so much.
I know, right? I'm sure you did.
I mean, I look forward to our Tuesdays.
So, what?
I look forward to our Tuesdays.
No, I do too. I think that I was, looking over the schedule. We really hardly miss a Tuesday in a year. I think maybe we have like 3 shows we don't do out of the entire year.
One around Christmas.
Yep.
One for that crazy storm.
Yeah, like if we have like a weather event, and then, one if I go away with the family.
Right.
So, and that's it. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So, wow. Well, I have a really great show. I'm pretty jazzed up about it. We have this new energy. Well, it's not really new, but it's really been coming. It's been coming on for the last few years. So there's this feminine rising, a power that's been going on. Big shifts, and you see people coming forward and standing and owning their truths, and all these businesses are starting, and people are really showing up for their lives. So I wanted to talk about that rise of the feminine power. It's not just about women. This is a female energy that we, both men and women, carry, because we have that masculine and feminine side. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But listen, we already have a caller, so let's do the caller.
Let's do it. Here you go.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Cassandra.
Hi, Cassandra. How are you, sweetie?
I'm getting better. I'm doing better. Being more
Good.
positive, and I'm learning that love really is the answer.
I know.
Have to be positive.
Yeah, and I know you have posted in the Angels Don't Lie group that you had been going through some struggles and having a little bit of a hard time. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I felt like this really dark energy that came over me. I want to say for a couple of months, I felt like a lot of escapism. I wanted to leave my house because it's just really dark, because I came from a dysfunctional family, and as a highly sensitive person, it really gets to you. And my mom has these anger management issues, and I would take on the personality of her anger.
Right.
And I noticed that I was affecting other people in the sense that I would journal out my anger, and then I would burn the anger, but I felt like it wasn't the way I should have done it. I should have probably just sat in my anger, and I just feel so resentful for the anger that I took on that wasn't even mine. And it's just it is hard being a highly sensitive person when you come from a family that's not as sensitive as you, and who doesn't feel what you go through.
Yeah.
So that was tough. Yeah.
So
I feel like now I'm back, and I'm trying so hard to be this positive person, because I just noticed that your thoughts, they affect everyone around you, and it's a chain. One positive thought leads to another positive thought in another person,
Yes.
So it's I came to this realization as to why love is so important.
I just had a client the other day, and this was a young girl, 20 years old, and I think you're about the same age, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she has a similar thing in her family life is very difficult, and she's highly sensitive as well. And she gets stuck into that dark energy. It's not an uncommon thing for people that are, empaths or highly sensitive people, that you're going to absorb that energy. But here's the thing of what, it's not only love that we need to remember, we also need to remember that before we came into the human form, we made these decisions to have a certain type of life and to have relationships that were going to challenge us and teach us. So when you were, and this is kind of what I explained to her, all of the things that you are going through are going to propel you into your greatness. as long as you stay on that healthy track of like protecting yourself, meditating, yoga, eating well, and remembering those love things, even when you're challenged, even when that anger or heat or frustration is in front of you and trying to tear you down, as long as you can stay really strong, your greatness is going to shine through. And so sometimes it is about having to leave that situation before you can be that light that you need to be.
Yeah.
Which is hard because you're young, and we're taught that family is supposed to be supportive. We're taught what it looks like for other people is not necessarily how it is for you.
The same. Yeah.
And so it makes you feel, and that makes you feel bad altogether, like you don't have what other people have. Correct.
People have. Correct.
But you do have this beautiful ability, Cassandra, which is that you can so easily go to love, and when you go to love, it magnifies, and that's the healing, right? So that's not only for you, which you're doing right now is healing yourself, but eventually that will help you to be the person that you need to be, the healer you need to be in this life, and do that as work.
Yeah.
So
I'm already starting to learn what you taught me through Love Warrior. I started sharing it with my brother because he's just like me. We're so kind, but we get wrapped up in our family's brokenness that we don't let our light shine through. We get smothered in the darkness. And I was telling him, I was like, you need to heal your wounds from your past because they're just going to be replaying in your life,
And how old is he?
He's 23.
Yeah, and so is he living at home or is he out?
He's living with Mom, but Mom's never home either, and his sister moved out because the sister didn't like the home situation either, and he told me the same thing, that he can't stay home because, he's going to get really angry and upset after everything that's happened with him, and it's I went to go spend the night with him, and then we just kept talking the whole night as to, our family and how it's really hurt us, and because we're kind people at heart, but it's just, we get so caught up in the dark that we don't let our own light shine through, or we get so consumed in helping others that we forget to take care of ourselves.
So, and that was exactly what I was talking to my client about, because she was like, I want to help people, but here's the thing, you can't do that yet. Because we naturally want to help others. It's to the core of who we are. But until we heal ourselves, until we are strong and stable, then really we are only giving away what we don't have. So we're depleting ourselves. So stay within, keep healing, keep filling up, keep finding ways to meditate and do that yoga, Cassandra. Keep finding the joy where you can find it, and so that you can do the things that you're meant to do. Are you doing the classes, or are you just working now?
I went to Santa Barbara, and I really liked it, but I was living with my cousin too. She's a single mom. My family's very broken, so she's a single mom raising a daughter, and it was nice because I love children, so I was working with the daughter. But then I got really sick because I wasn't eating right, and it was kind of funny because I was listening to your show and I was noticing that everything lines up to whatever's going on in my life. It's so weird. I dehydrated and I was in the hospital and I had to come home. I had to leave my job, and I was planning on going back to school over there. Yeah, and I moved back home, so it's been really a rocky summer. But it was so funny. It was that same week that you were talking about your the angels want you to know that if you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna keep being stuck. The hypno therapist, or it was that story.
Okay, isn't that crazy? Because and I think that's that divine. I'm always amazed by it. Whether it's on the radio or whether I'm doing audience reading, there's always a message that will touch somebody, and you just don't even know. So that's about sharing that love and that light. So as soon as you're strong enough and you're able to get yourself into a healthier situation, which is outside of the home for you, is being more independent, that's when it's going to be better for you. And you're doing it. But you need these challenges right now. Remember that. You have to be the light for you. It's going to teach your mom too. So you have to. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a softness for you, right?
Yeah.
You're that light. You're that softness. So as much as somebody wants to like throw rocks and, kind of beat you down, you have to remember, okay, it's not about me. Her anger is not about me.
Yeah, and it's about her hurts and her healing that she didn't do.
Right. And you're not responsible for fixing her either. You're responsible for making yourself whole, and that way you'll teach her just by doing it, just by being the light, even though she's going to say things and try to, stop you from doing those things. The more you're able to be quiet and be still and do them, the brighter and shinier you're going to be and more stable.
Yeah.
And the main point is that we have to be that light for ourselves first, but we teach others by doing that. We teach, the people around us.
Yeah. I was telling my brother that exact same thing. I was like, you know what, like, I went through a lot of healing this year, and I want you to do it too, because it's going to help you. Because he's the same way, we have to be these independent individuals because of our family. We have to be the light for others, for the kids, for the future.
Yeah. So are you working now, honey?
No, I'm looking for a job.
Okay.
I'm trying to look into getting into kennels and working with dogs because I am very empathic, I've noticed, and I'm really good with kids and animals.
Yeah, I like that route for you. I even like yoga for you. I don't know if there's somebody that you can study with yoga near you. That would be perfect.
Thank you. And I was wondering if you can connect me quickly to my aunt.
Sure. Can you just give me her first name, sweetie?
Martha.
This is your mom. Is this your mom's sister?
Yes.
Yeah. She immediately said, I'm your mom's sister.
Yeah.
Ooh, and so she has this she has toxic energy around her. Do you understand that? So this could be a sign. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure if she had illness as well as a toxic personality. It just feels like that was kind of all around, but it's gone now. She's moving it aside, and it's not her. And she's what she's doing is parting and stepping out and showing me. She wants me to tell you that she's got this beautiful dress on. Do you understand that? She's and she's just showing me all these new ways for you. The studying for you has always been a little bit of a challenge, and I don't feel like that schooling is who you are, but I do feel like studying is what you're supposed to be doing. Whether you're taking different type of art classes and the yoga classes and all of those type of things feel so healthy and good for you. And the water, being by the water, she's also going that ocean smell. I do feel like this is generational for the family. There's a lot of generational wounds. Do you understand that? So that means it's passed down from one thing to another. Okay. And was it her daughter that you stayed with?
Her granddaughter. She's really close. It was her daughter. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I feel like she's the fighter. Do you understand that?
The daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like she's going through some challenges of her own, but she's really fighting to have somewhat of a normalcy, but it's really hard for her.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And I think she has some of the behaviors that aren't the best for her. So I don't know if that means she's drinking or drugging, but I feel like there's some things that aren't great for her.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like you needed to leave there, and I kind of feel like that's what happened. Do you understand that?
Oh, they took me out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like there were warning signs, but you weren't paying really too close of attention to them, because I feel like there's one bad situation, and then there's another bad situation. You're needing to just heal and forgive where you are, and it's about forgiving. That's really basically what they're showing me. It's about letting it go. You're not going to change another person. You can only keep changing your mindset, and so then looking for the healthiness, which is in a positive career choice, a positive living situation. You can start to make those choices because you have everything that you need. What's abroad for you?
I've always wanted to travel.
Oh my gosh, she's showing me this too. Like, I feel that for you. Once you start to kind of move into your own energy and being your own person, you don't have that identity yet, she said, but that's what's coming for you. And you have a grandmother figure around too. Do you understand that?
A grandfather?
A grandmother figure?
Grandmother figure. I'm not sure it's coming through.
That's okay. Is the grandmother figure here on Earth for you? Because she feels really powerful and very strong. Do you understand that? Is this your mom's mom? And she can be living.
My mom.
Your mom's mom passed away? Okay.
The one who's still living is my grandmother from my dad's side, but I haven't seen her in years.
So it's your mom's mom that's coming through. Did you not see her? Like the
I
eyes.
saw her once when I was a baby before she passed away.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So like I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling like you didn't really see her. Like there wasn't. Okay. She's claiming responsibility for the turmoil. And I feel like there's just so much mess about it. She's claiming that responsibility. And I just feel like your ancestors are there to help you now, and they want to help you.
Yeah.
And they're just showing me the abundance of love that is supporting you. Like, you're okay. And you want you to be really careful on those thoughts, on the negative, when they come in, the scary ones that talk about, like, maybe it'd be easier if I wasn't here. You know what I'm talking about? Right. She's moving those thoughts aside because she's telling me that is fear talking to you. That's that Shmigo guy. That is not love. So she said, remember love. I'm feeling really strongly like you need surrounding of a religious type of community. So
yeah,
however
I was thinking about the church. I was trying to find one.
Crazy. And that's the other reason I love the yoga for you, because it's kind of that type of community that will bring you the spirituality and that kind of holiness that you are like craving. It's like your body needs to absorb that.
The good energy.
Oh yeah, like so much. So,
yeah.
And are you able to drive? What is with the driving?
Yeah, actually, I'm always driving because I live so far. I live in like a secluded area. My dad chose like a secluded house in the middle of like a ranch, and that's why it was hard for me to leave because of my financial issues. Like I couldn't afford gas to leave the house, so I just felt like just trapped. You know, I felt like I'm here, I'm caged.
But you're not. Okay, so let's that's an illusion. You're not. This is his choice, but you're not trapped. So you can drive, and I feel like the driving is empowering for you because this is a place where you can pray and you can breathe. And they're showing me, your grandmother's showing me, she's so cute, by the way. So she's saying, breathe in really deep and then do that big exhale where it's like, so you really are making that noise. So all that frustration and anger come out of you. And imagine it just floating out in the dust as you're driving. Because I feel like I don't know if you're off a dirt road, but I feel like there's dust as you're driving.
Yeah, it's because the ranch I live in, it's like a secluded ranch area where it's like hard to get to. It's literally we're on like this hill and we have to like drive 15 minutes just to get to the nearest like gas station.
And and do you know if there's like a yoga studio near you anywhere?
No.
So I feel
want to say like I drive an hour to go.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that's what you need to look up, and you need to go see them. And I feel like, I don't know if you're going to volunteer there, I feel like they're going to take you under their wing. Like, I feel like really strongly about that. But I don't do that predictions, but they keep showing me like you there. So it's really important for your soul.
Yeah. Like I was like thinking about Glenn and like, save your soul, save everything else.
There you go.
Like, put in the book where she's like, save your soul and everything else will fall into place.
Oh, so sweetie, like, there you have it. Well, and they're giving it right to you. That's beautiful.
So a lot more coming through.
Good, and I'm so happy to see you smiling, like feeling your smile now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't really myself when I used to call you. I'd always be so sad or like so blue. Now it's like, okay, now I'm laughing, like I'm just smiling it off, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, when we're desperate for help, you know, you can't help it. Then you just feel so, and you were unconnected to, you know, why you were feeling all those things, and so now you know. A lot of them aren't yours, and they're not yours to fix. So what are you responsible for? You're responsible for your own body, what you put in it. You're responsible for your own thoughts. You're responsible for your prayer and how you surrender and your forgiveness. That's what that's where you are. So there you have it.
One last question.
Sure.
I went to a dance class, and I think I absorbed like so much people's energy because I danced to like 40 people because it's like a rotation class. And I had so much fun, but at the end of the day, my head was like throbbing, and I was like, "This isn't mine, is it?" Like,
before you do anything, you know, usually for people that are empaths, we have to take a moment before we go out on our day and surround ourselves with either our core color or God's white light of love and protection. We almost build like a bubble around ourselves. So we're always, you know, for me, this is how I have to work every single day. I have to set my intention. I have to do my prayers. I have to clear my energy and surround myself with that God light. Otherwise, you're right. You're going to get all that crazy, constant chatter, constant energy. So try that. Try that little prayer every day before you put your feet on the ground and see if that helps you. And then when you're done, it's a salt bath. It's also like clearing. You can even use your hands and like clear your aura, like kind of wiping around. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much, Jenny. You're always helping me. You're always saving me.
Well, you're always in my prayers, sweetie.
Oh, thank you. Much love. Blessings.
All right, much love to you. Bye, honey. That was so sweet. She's the sweetest girl. Oh.
Yeah, I definitely had my heart going out to her.
I know, and it's so ironic that my client, it was not the other day, it was yesterday, because today is only Tuesday, so it was yesterday that I saw my client, and it's interesting because she had come to me about a year ago, and a very similar situation with the home life, but she also was caught up in addictions, and so although she's free of one addiction, she was now turned to another one, which is another sign of what an empath will do to cover up what they're feeling, to cover up their pain, to cover up not understanding energy, is that they'll want to blanket themselves to feel better. And whether it's food, whether it's, drugs, alcohol, sex, shopping, it can be pretty much anything. So we worked through her, her pain and suffering, and the same thing. She was feeling all of those tones, like maybe it'd be better if I wasn't here. So it's like a suicide type of energy, although it's not really theirs. It's really more of that fear, ego, overwhelming them, a separation from love, so to speak. So we take that very seriously. So, if those are the feelings arising, I'm always, obviously sending them to their therapist or to a practitioner, whoever they're seeing, to make sure that they're taken care of, whether they're on medication or not. But we also work with the angelic realm to shift their energy, to pour that love in, which is an energetic level. So it's quite incredible. Excuse me. So it was overwhelming. So I don't know.
So what are we in store for tonight with our wellness tip?
Well, the wellness tip, you know me. I love my wellness tip. So I was going to talk about, I love my wellness tip. First, I wanted to tell you about this vegan juice bar I went to in Maine, which was unbelievable. It was actually a yoga studio, which is so funny because we were just talking about yoga with Cassandra. So this place that I went to does hot yoga, and I think it's called the Earth Bar and Candy Bar or something like that. It was kind of funny. No candy, but they're Earth Candy. That's what it was called. So it was all food from the earth, so vegan. So I went and I had a juice there one day, which was great and delicious. And then we had gone back to that town to walk around, and they all ate. My family ate it like almost like a diner type of a place. And the big lines on the menu that said no substitution, absolutely no substitution. So I was like, I really can't get anything, so I'll hang out, you guys eat. So later on, I walked back down to this vegan juice bar, and I got myself a sun tuna, which is not tuna because it's vegan, but it's made from sunflower seeds. And so it was so delicious. I actually came home and I made it. And it's very filling because sunflower seeds are very high in protein, and it has that lemony kind of yummy flavor. And then there's dulse. I use the dulse seaweed flakes in it, so it has that kind of almost like fish taste. So it was delicious, and I think it's really yummy. I'm going to make some for Saturday for the open house at the studio, which is something I should tell you all about. I'll be at the studio from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. this Saturday, and the address is 346 Main Street South in Woodbury. Sue, who owns the business downstairs from my place, we are combining and just having an open house and having some complimentary sessions. There's going to be some discounts in the shop she's going to offer. You can sit in her under the crystal light bed or in her sauna, her infrared sauna. So, and I'm going to do a complimentary healing guided meditation at 3 p.m. Lena is going to do an 11 a.m. yoga nidra for sleep meditation, and that'll be at 11 a.m. So we'll be there. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be having some, class sign-ups and whatever. So it'll be kind of fun. Mini sessions are going to be available for sign-up as well. Fun stuff. So I hope to see you guys there.
Sounds cool.
So that leads me to the tip, the nutritional tip, which I'm going to talk about, which is that far infrared sauna or the far infrared light therapy. Because Sue has this downstairs at her place. She has the sauna, and I have a far infrared heating pad that I use at home, which actually has amethyst in it, which is great. So why do we need this? What is it good for? So this is a detoxifying this is a detoxifying I want to say the right word and I'm lost, I'm jumbling. Sorry. A detoxifying therapy that you can do. It relaxes the body, and it also kind of soothes the swelling that's happening, because what happens with far infrared is it heats from the inside out, and it causes your body to sweat. So as your body sweats, it releases toxins. So this has an anti-aging effect on the body. So it relieves pain in joints and swelling in muscles as well. It can improve your cardiovascular, so it's known to get rid of arrhythmias, actually. It's great for people that suffer from depression and autoimmune issues, and also insomnia. So many people that have autoimmunes get such great benefits out of using the far infrared. There's also clear evidence that it can help get rid of cancer in the body. So I found that information on thetruthaboutcancer.com. If you're a scientific person and you need that, you'll find out, the whole reasons. They break it all down there. For me, the angels have shown me like it's a clear no-brainer, because what it does is how it heats up the body so that you're sweating it out. It breaks down those cells and helps the new cells to grow. And so it deplenishes the cancer as new cells begin to grow and start to help the body rejuvenate and heal what it needs to heal. So usually it's like 15 to 20 minutes that you are doing this treatment. It's great for people with diabetes as well. And what else am I going to say? that's it. So I feel like that's an amazing thing. So autoimmune, somebody had asked me earlier to talk about in our Facebook group. She was asking about, autoimmune, and specifically she wanted to know about adrenal fatigue. So adrenal fatigue is obviously an autoimmune. And adrenal fatigue happens to a lot of people. There's actually like crazy amounts of people that are having that kind of chronic fight or flight syndrome. And this is because it all has to do with our endocrine system, which is how we absorb and break down and make hormones in our body. The endocrine system is very intelligent and very delicate. So we're getting blocked from things like bromine and fluoride and chlorine. These things affect our body, and it can really affect the thyroid as well. So it blocks it, and there's so many people that are having that, thyroid issues and hyperthyroidism, and we're finding that more and more and more. So that leads to an iodine deficiency. So one of the best things we can do for adrenal fatigue is to start to clear out the body. So things like the far infrared saunas are fantastic for that. Things like a natural iodine source, which is kelp, which you can use in that vegan sun tuna that I told you about. So easy to make and so healthy, and helps your body start to release those toxins so that you can feel better. I love seaweeds for clearing out that whole endocrine system. It's absolutely incredible medicine. So if you're suffering from that adrenal fatigue, if you're suffering from autoimmune, definitely find that infrared sauna. And lots of places around will offer it. You just have to type it in your computer, Google search it. If you're in the Connecticut area, we have one right at our house in Woodbury. So you can visit that. Amazing. Yes. Casey, was that enough information for you?
That was awesome. Because I wasn't understanding. I said it was awesome. I wasn't understanding the far infrared, what that meant. So I was looking that up.
Yeah. So there's two ways it works, right? The far means it heats from. You remember those old-fashioned heat lamps that we used to have in the houses? You could put that red light in the ceiling. People would have them, or people would even like sit in front of them and tan.
Yep.
That light heats from the surface in. So that's why you have to be careful, because they'll burn the skin. Where far infrared will actually heat from the inside out. So it's almost like a microwave, right? So it changes the cells. It helps the cells to replenish and rejuvenate. That's why it has the anti-aging effect. So people will use the light therapy specifically for like healing of age lines and age spots on their face and a youthful look, because it regenerates the cells naturally.
And I was reading it's a low frequency, so that's why it doesn't hurt the body like a high frequency, like a microwave. Exactly. And then Jillian had written in too. She wanted to know. I don't know if you had read her comment, but she was saying that her daughter-in-law's father had transitioned unexpectedly about 10 days ago, and she said that they expected that his wife was going to go first. And I was told that he passed first so he could help his wife transition later, she said. That made me think, in what ways do spirits help, and what do they do to help, and why are humans on the other side needed to do this? Which I think is interesting. Basically what she's asking is like, how does that whole crossing over work? Like, sometimes a soul will cross over, especially in marriages, when one partner passes, the other can follow right away, or when one soul is afraid to die, their spouse will go first in order to help them cross over. There's so many things that we don't understand, because this is the magic of how spirit works, right? How our lives are mapped out before we even come. There's a mystery, and it's supposed to remain a mystery. We're not supposed to have all those answers of who is going and why are they going first, and what is, what is the whole reasoning. The whole point is we're here for this time. We're here for this, short time on this earth to live our lives the best that we can, to shine our light and to get closer to God. That's why we're here. None of us are getting out of here alive. That's the whole plan, right? We're here to live and then to die, to have that eternal life. So living in our best, highest and best good, which is, what our topic is tonight, is about being, using that female and male energy in the right way. Just rising to our feminine qualities is moving in that God alignment. So why a soul will cross first and why a soul will help another is due to many different circumstances. It could be because of the fear. It could be because their soul knew that their spouse was going to go first and they just couldn't bear to be alone. There's many reasons that can happen, for sure. We have some callers on the line. I'm so sorry. So my train of thought was, as I was going, kind of got shifted as I'm watching my text. So Casey, yes, let's take that caller and see if I can clarify this for Jillian a little bit later. Then.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Hi, this is Jeanne. Who am I speaking with?
Hi,
hello?
Jeanne, it's me.
Who is this? Karina?
That's right, girl.
What are you, with the birds?
I was outside.
I can hear the birds.
I know, they shouldn't even be out, right? It's raining.
What's happening?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, sweetie?
Absolutely fabulous. I got to check in from time to time, see how you doing. But also, make sure I'm on the right track.
Alrighty, what's happening in your world?
I got a few things going on, and I'm just trying to figure out if I'm just going in the right direction. I actually got with a group of comedians to do something that we think could be major, but you never know.
Right.
So we're just working towards that and working on moving. So those are the things.
Where are you
going?
Where
do I want to move?
Where are you going?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm actually supposed to be.
Where the heck are you going, sister?
I don't know. Somewhere. I was supposed to be somewhere, so I'm just trying to figure out where I would like to be.
Right.
I could always, because I got a car, so I could drive. I could come see my mother whenever, because she's fine now. You know what I mean? She got more than enough help. So now, that part of it is finished. So now I feel like, I don't know, almost like what's next,
Yeah, so what is I feel like there's a long road trip. What is that about?
A long road trip?
Yeah, were you thinking...
Go ahead.
Go ahead, what are you thinking? Are you driving someplace? Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, the long road trip, what we're trying to do is we're trying to put together a mini tour that we hope will become a bigger tour.
Okay.
So...
And I feel... And I'm also feeling like an unsettledness, like you're not supposed to settle in one area. I don't know where you're thinking, because I don't feel like it's very clear yet. Like I don't have like this feeling of like, oh, this is where you need to go. Are you living out of a box? What?
Basically, I'm living out of my own, those totes or whatever like that, because I came I came to my mother's house to help her, and now that I no longer have to help her, because she asked me to come. I wasn't coming, but she asked me to come, so I came, and so now it's like it's crazy. Like I don't know where I should really be.
Where did you live before?
I used to live in West Haven.
Okay.
By the water.
So where's the warmth for you?
Oh, Charlotte. That's the place I think I should be, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like, and Charlotte's not by the water though.
Nah, Charlotte's not by the water, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm supposed to be not by the water, but I'm supposed to be in that area where it's not super summer, but it's not winter.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I feel like you need to be more by the water, so maybe that's why it's not Charlotte. Maybe it's like outside. It's more towards the water. You need view. You need water. So,
yes.
And I'm feeling like that south for you feels really good.
Yeah. So maybe it's probably Myrtle Beach. I've never even been. How about that?
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
I get thumbs up area for that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, I think I need to be near some water.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's going to be in the center of Myrtle. I feel like more like on the outskirts and a little bit more south is what they're showing me. So, and I like that for you.
Okay, I like that. That's good. I like water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll still be able to do. Go ahead.
Water has that movement energy, which is so important. That reminds us to flow with life and flow with things. And you are that girl. You need that.
Yes, I do. Because when I was in West Haven, oh man, I ran the beach every day. Sometimes I just sat there and just meditate. It was dope.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
All right, listen, honey. We've got another caller behind you.
All right. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're perfect. You're good.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Well, let me know what you find.
All right, I will.
All right, sweetie. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Casey?
Yes.
Casey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you ready for the next one?
I am.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. This is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I feel like I call every time Karina calls.
It's so funny, right? Back to back.
I was
Sisters
just
from another mother in another
right.
state.
I just wanted to call and thank you so much for because I feel like a whole different person and like I feel renewed, and I just like you and your book. You started my path and like me actually looking into myself and finding myself, and I just really wanted to call and thank you publicly.
Thank you. That's so sweet. And I've been missing you too. Like,
I've missed you guys.
You got a little quiet there for a while, and I was like, I wonder what happened to Rachel. Where's Rachel?
Yeah, I kind of felt, well, I didn't fall off the earth, but I kind of dropped everything and just started focusing more on myself and the kids. And
good.
And I feel a lot better. I feel really good.
Oh, I'm so happy. That's so good. How are the girls?
Yes. Oh, they're good. They're good. I think we're going in the right direction. I mean, they're teenagers, so
it is what it is. Funny? Listen, isn't it funny that Karina was just on the phone and they were telling her to go buy water, and the angels always tell you to go buy water? Always.
Yes. I know. That's why it's like we almost get the same message.
It's crazy. I love that.
Yes. Oh, I do too. Because I'm like, I know I need to be there, but me and the girls are still, contemplating it. I want to move. If I have to wait a little bit for them, and that's fine. But
yeah.
They're set on their Ohio thing, and that's just not for me.
Yeah, well, you're giving them a choice, sister.
I know, right? That's the thing. I keep trying to tell them, I'm like, well, once I leave, it's just really got nowhere to go but with Mom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just getting there. I think I want to travel a little bit, but yeah, because I wanted to call them. And you were talking about adrenal glands, and I have an adrenal deficiency, and I've noticed that since I've been cleaning myself up, I've been like missing my medicine from time to time, and I'm not even realizing it. Like I'm actually healing myself.
Right. Do you have thyroid issues too?
Yeah, I have an enlarged on one side.
And do you do any natural iodine like kelp?
Well, I was getting I was doing the kelp, and then you had recommended like on some of the other series, like the acaberries and the spinach and kale, and so I've been doing a little bit of everything. If you can, I do the kelp every single day because we grew up in the time of fluoride. We grew up fluoride in our teeth, fluoride in the water, and so that fluoride really it messes up the thyroid. So if you can get on that kelp and you can buy it by tablet and take at least 1 to 2 every single day,
it's going to replenish your body and help you detoxify and get rid of the things that are like blocking you. You'll notice you feel. You'll find it to be an amazing change.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling in, Rachel. I really appreciate
no problem.
it.
Thank you. Just like I said, I just wanted to thank you so much. You're amazing. You're awesome. All of you guys are.
Thank you. I know we have a good team over here.
You have a great. Yes, you do.
All right.
Have a blessed night, and you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow, those are awesome. So great to hear from Rachel. As I was just thinking, like, the other day, I was saying to Kathy, like, we haven't heard from Rachel. What's going on with her and the girls?
I did the exact same thing. I actually went on to her. Yeah, I actually went on to her Facebook page to see what she was up to, and I saw something about taking Reiki, and I was like, well, she's doing really well.
I love this, like, because we're a community of strangers that have come together, you know, by the angels, by the whim of God, and now we're checking on each other to make sure we're okay and helping. I love that. That's awesome. I love that you Facebook stalked her. So there you have it. So we have the great nutritional tip. Do you have any questions on that, Casey? Because I know that I kind of went fast with it.
No, but I'm going to just grab a little off the internet and add to our post just about the radiation itself. So if people have any questions, but yeah, there was so much benefits. It was amazing.
It is. It's crazy good medicine and easy to do. Very simple. The mat that my husband bought me, I want to say it was like between $250 to $350. But not inexpensive, but it's amazing because it has the amethyst in it and the light. So I can either use it just as a heating pad, or I can turn on the far infrared and use that on, like, I get sometimes my hip starts to bother me or my neck. So it's perfect for that because it takes that inflammation away. So I'm going to go back up to our main topic, which was, you know, the rise of the feminine power. And I want to give you guys the hot tip of what you can do, how you can really start to work with who you are and clear your path so you can do the work that you need to do. So I'm going to go right to the book, which is The Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. And let me find out. Hold on one second. Which is Principle 8. So Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Because this is the main thing that we can start to do for ourselves. We already know we have to learn to quiet the mind. We have to get into love. We have to, you know, pay attention to Shmigo. And then we're going to move on here. So, you know, we're going to get into this being healthy state, which is having the things that serve your body. When you are eating, whether you're reading, whether you're thinking, doing the things and eating the things that are going to serve your body rather than things that are going to deplete it, or what you need to pay attention to. So we've been doing our Go Green cleanse kind of in Angels Don't Lie. And some people have fallen off. Some people aren't really interested. But the reason we do that is obviously this is like what your body needs to feel really good in that healthy, wealthy place, that healthy, like, hey, this is going to pick up my energy. I'm going to feel really great. So if you pay attention to the things that are serving you, if you pay attention to how you feel after you might eat something or after you're around a certain person, or if you read a certain type of book or watch maybe even the news or a TV show, and if it's changing the way your body's feeling, well, pay attention. Start doing the things that serve your body, whether it's going outside for a walk, maybe it's just making one simple dietary change, maybe it's changing the type of book you read. Very simple things to do. And very empowering when you start to listen to what serves you. And so then we go to the wealthy part, which is, you know, people get stuck on not having enough, not having the wealth that they need, but we're surrounded by things. We're surrounded by crazy energy all the time that depletes us. So we start taking a look around our house. We see, okay, what do I have that maybe is not serving me anymore? Same type of thing. We start moving that energy, and that makes space for new wealth to come in. And wealth comes in many forms. It's not just about money. The wealth of your health, the wealth of your healthy relationships, the wealth of your knowledge. So if you're studying and you're moving into your passion and the things that you're supposed to be doing, and you start studying them, like Rachel studying Reiki, this is the wealth of her knowledge. It's going to grow. It's really, really crazy and yummy medicine. And then we talk about that wise, which is the flow of that intellect that comes from the divine. It is that paying attention to that intuition. It's being in that higher vibration, being able to really hear the things that we need to hear, whether we should take that new job. Maybe we should take the leap and move to Myrtle Beach. Maybe it's time to get some therapy to work through the depression. Maybe it's time to work off of the depression medicine and start taking responsibility for our lives. So there's the whys. So those are your tips of working into your highest, most beautiful feminine self. And you want to be empowered and you want to serve the world. Well, that's where you start. And that's what I have for you. I'm done talking now.
That's awesome.
Your turn, Casey.
I do have a little story if we have the time.
Go
right.
for go.
So the other day at work, one of the coworkers, he was there, and he's like only there on Tuesdays, so I don't see him very often. So a few months ago, I had, we ran across each other, and he said he wasn't going to be there for a little while because his wife was going through some cancer. And at the time, I just didn't think to say anything about the show and about what we do and everything. I thought, well, I'll see him again and I'll, bring it up. Well, I ran into him the other day, and his wife passed away. And I felt so bad that I didn't say anything. And then I get an email, because I do this heart walk thing every year, and some lady, through work, responds that she can't do the heart walk because her husband's, going through chemotherapy and stuff like that. So I just felt like I couldn't not reply and say something about the show. I felt like that's it. If I see something that needs help, I'm going to say something about it. And so I replied and just told her off topic that, here's, what I do on the side, and really love to have you tune into our show and love to have you join our Facebook group. And then she replied, like in capital letters, that she was so happy to, that she couldn't believe that I even said that, and hopefully she's listening tonight, or send a request to be on Facebook, on her group tonight. So it's just a lesson I learned that, I'm just going to talk more about it. And it's all about just your spirituality and everything. Just don't be afraid to say something to someone about how you feel,
I think that's so amazing, Casey. That is the exact energy we were talking about, the divine feminine and the divine masculine working at its best. So you allowed it to come through. You needed to learn the lesson first. And so I hope you're not hard on yourself for not telling the first friend, and that you have a softness and forgive yourself, because the angels are just saying, like, here's the movement. This is just what we want you to be able to do. And it's a scary thing to talk about yourself and what you do, especially when our work kind of feels almost sometimes like it's a hobby, rather than maybe being of healing of a bigger value. But that's the thing we start to learn little bits at a time. We start to have more faith instead of fear. We start to stand up more. I was at the office today, and I was sharing with Sue, who has the business downstairs. We've been in this house now for 2 years, and we're just now really starting to get into a little bit of more of an intimate relationship. So we were talking about our healing journeys, and I was telling her about, where mine sparked from. I was, 36 at the time, so I'm trying to think how many years ago that was. I'm not even going to tell you. But it was quite a long time ago, and I ended up having to have a partial hysterectomy. And that whole scenario, whatever happened, it was kind of a bigger deal than what I'm letting on right now. But what happened is it sparked all this amazing healing journey, because after the hysterectomy, I ended up starting to lose a lot of weight because I couldn't keep any food in. I started to be sick all the time, and I went to a functional medicine doctor, and that's when everything kind of shifted for me, and my diet shifted, and I started to pay attention to energy and paying attention to different things in my life. And she's like, I didn't know that about you. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really share because I've always felt like I guess I've always felt people wouldn't understand me. And so being able to share little bits here and there was so important, right? So great. And I'm glad that you were able to share. So that was kind of a long-winded thing for you. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I kind of gave me a little feeling of what you went through when you started to share your, power, or whatever, lack of a better word. But, because you didn't always put it out to people because you were worried about what they thought of you.
Yes, always. And, it took me a long time to, and I still really struggle with it at times, is that what somebody else thinks of you is none of your business. But because I feel how people think about me, literally in my body, I can feel if there's judgments or anger, or if they don't, like knives, if people are talking about you, I feel that in my body. So separating and not staying with it so I can feel empowered and strong has been a challenge. And I think that with our caller the first one, Cassandra, because she's so sensitive, she feels things, and it depletes her. So she's learning at this nice young age that she can be empowered. And the one thing she's doing is using love. Love is a superpower. We don't even realize it, but when we change our thought into love, it empowers us. It helps us to get to the point of forgiveness. It helps us to get to compassion. It helps us to realize that we are more than what we feel. We are more than what our experiences are, or the events that are happening around us. We are more than that. And I like that you use superpower, because I literally texted KJ earlier that I said, we need superhero names. So she's going to be maybe Opaque Girl. No, I'm only kidding. Because I was calling myself White Girl. She said, yeah, we were laughing. We can be the Angel Squad. There you go. But Angel Power names. There you go. Whoop. So this was a great show.
Awesome.
Thank you, Casey, for sharing too. And I hope that your friend is listening. And if she is, God bless you. We're going to keep you in our prayers. And as always, you know what I know, because angels don't lie. And you want to come hang out with us on Facebook? Come over to the Angels Don't Lie Facebook group. We'd love to have you. Have a beautiful night. And be sure to check out all the events on In Spirit Healing Studios page. You can go to the website. Go to my website, www.jeanniestreet.com. And I will see you guys next week right here on KBJB Radio. God bless.